everyone, this is a crochet tutorial to make these mini bees. It's super beginner friendly and perfect for everyone, so here's how to make them. To make this mini bee, you will need chenille yarn in black, yellow and white. This is Baby Snuggles yarn from Hobby and it is a 8-weight super bulky yarn. So I've got those 3 colors here. For today's video, I'm going to be using brown instead of the black because the black is really hard to see on camera. So that's what I'm doing, but you can use whatever colors you want. Then you will need a 5mm crochet hook, a pair of scissors, a stitch marker and a darning needle, some 12mm safety eyes, and lastly you will need either some scrap yarn or some polyfill to stuff the bee, and then let's get started. So to start making the bee, we're going to make a magic ring. So to make a magic ring, you pull the yarn in between your pinky and ring finger, then wrap it over the top and then under your index finger and middle finger, and then hold it there with your thumb. Then taking the crochet hook, you go under the first loop and over the second one, and you latch onto that one and twist the hook, so you make a little loop there. Then you yarn over and pull through that loop. Then you take your fingers out and you've got a magic ring. To start our first round, we're going to make 6 single crochet into this magic ring. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then with this yarn tail you just pull it tight to close the circle. So that is row 1. So for row 2 we're going to do an increase into every stitch around, and I'm going to put my stitch marker into this stitch here. So increase, and an increase is just 2 single crochet into the same stitch. So that's 1, 2 single crochet, so that's our first increase. 1, 2, second increase, and then one more for 6, and then that is the end of row 2. So for after row 2 you will have 12 single crochet, and for row 3 you're going to do 1 single crochet and then 1 increase. So you go single crochet into the first stitch and then an increase, do that once more, single crochet and an increase. That is the end of row 3. So I'm going to move my stitch marker again. At the end of row 3 you will have 18 stitches. Now for row 4 we're just doing 18 single crochet all the way around. (17), and then with this very last stitch you put the needle through, yarn over, pull through, but you don't want to finish it yet because we are going to change the color to black. Now for this video, just to make it easier to see the stitches, I'm going to use brown, but I would normally use a black. To change the color, you hook the yarn just like that and pull it through the 2 stitches. Then we're going to crochet 18 around until here, so I'm going to put another stitch marker and you want to crochet over this yarn tail here so that it stays secure. So to do that, you continue to do a normal single crochet and have this over the hook, and then just do a single crochet like normal, and that will just secure it in. So single crochet 18 around. Now we're going to do with the brown one more row of 18 single crochet. That's 17 and 18. So we are going to change back to yellow. So we do that the same way. We just find the end that's still attached, and then pull it through those two loops, and then tighten the brown one. Okay, I'm going to leave that for now because I'm going to add in the eyes. So I like to have the color change at the bottom of the bee. So put that at the bottom. And then getting the 12mm eyes, I'm going to put them in between rounds 2 and 3. So we've got first round, second and third. So I'm going to put them in between the second and third one. So I'll put the first eye here, and then same on the other side. So we've got 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to put it between 2 and 3. Just like that. And just line them up evenly together. And then to secure it, you flip it inside out, and these are the backs of them. So you put this back of it, back of the eye into the back of the back. So you just push until you hear a click. Perfect. Now I'm gonna continue making the bee. So for this round, it is just 18 single crochet with the yellow. Okay, 17 and 18. Then we are going to do our last row with the yellow, so it's just another 18 single crochet all the way around. And then this last stitch we're going to change to brown. And then that is our last time using the yellow, so I'm going to cut the end. Cut about with this much left. And just like we did at the start with securing the brown yarn, we're going to secure the yellow. So while we single crochet this round. So this round is actually 1 single crochet, 1 decrease. So I'll show you how to do a decrease after this first single crochet. So it's 1 single crochet, making sure to secure the yellow. So single crochet, and then 1 decrease. So a decrease, an invisible decrease is what we're doing. So on the top of these stitches, you can see there's those V shapes. So this here, that's the front loop, and then that is the back loop. So front loop, back loop. So for these 2 stitches, this loop and this loop, we are going to get our hook and put it just through the front loop, and then the same in the second single crochet. So just through the front loop. Now you have 2 loops on your hook, you yarn over with the brown and pull through both of those loops, and then you yarn over and pull through too. And that is an invisible decrease, so that will just make it smaller, like how the front goes bigger, we're just making it smaller. So now we're going to continue that. So single crochet decrease all the way around. So one more single crochet, and I'll show you another decrease. So we grab the front loop of one and the front loop of the second, then yarn over, pull through both of the loops, yarn over and pull through two. So single crochet, decrease, single crochet, decrease, single crochet, decrease, oops, decrease, single crochet, decrease. Now we are done with that round, and I'm going to start stuffing the bee. So either with scrap yarn or your polyfill, whatever you are using. I normally use a mix of both. So I'll start with some polyfill. I like to break it up so it's not as clumpy, and you just stuff it in the bee just like that. You don't need too much because it is quite a small bee. You don't want to do it all the way because we still have one more round to do. So now I'm going to add the crochet hook again, and then single crochet, and then crochet our very last round. So our last round is just 6 decreases all the way around. So again, our decrease is first loop, second loop, yarn over, pull through both of the loops, then yarn over, pull through 2. So 1 loop, 2 loop, 2. And you just do that all the way to the end. So it's 3, 4, 5, and then very last one, 6. So then I'm going to cut an end about this long. So here is the bee's body. Now I'm going to grab some white yarn and show you how we make the wings. So we're going to make a magic ring just like we did before. So wrap it around, then under the loop, over, pull through, twist, and then pull through again. So that's our magic ring. And then we're going to make 6 single crochet inside the magic ring. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then with the short tail, you're just going to pull it tight, and then that's it. That is the whole wing. So I'm just going to cut a long tail for sewing and then pull the hook off. So that is our first wing. I'm just going to repeat the exact same thing to make the second one. Now we've got two bee wings, and I'm going to show you how to attach them to the bee's body. So we want to find the top of it. So this is the bottom where we have those color changes and they're a bit wonky. So that's the bottom of the bee. This is the top. So what I like to do is line it up with the very center of the bee. So I go up from the center of the bee and find the first brown stitch that matches. So this is the first brown stitch that matches. I'm just going to put that there. Then I will put my wings on these two. So these are rounds 5 and 6, these brown ones here. So I will put my wings here and here. So I have that one gap in between them. So with the darning needle, I'm going to thread that. So I'm going to find the center again. So that is this one here, and then I'm going to sew into the next one next to it. So I'm going to insert my needle into the front of the brown bit and then pull it out through the back of this last brown stitch. Then pull that through, and then insert the needle into the last stitch here. So there's a V there. I'm going to insert the needle through both of the loops, pull it through, and then insert it back into where we came out of, and then just pull it out the back of the bee. So that is half of the bee wing done. Now I'm going to deal with this bit. So I'm going to thread this bit onto the needle, and then just into a stitch right next to where the wing already is, I'm going to insert my hook and then pull it up here, just like that. So that is our first wing. Now I'm going to repeat that on these two. I'll show you how I do it. So thread, not the middle one, you want to make sure that you thread the end that's on the side of the wing. So thread that one, then skipping this one, we're going to go through this one again. So in the first one and out through the last bit of the brown, pull it through, and then through this last V stitch here, through both of the loops, tighten it, and then into the same one again and out through the hole in the back. Then the same thing with this piece. Okay, now we are so close to being done with the bee. So with these two tails that are through the back hole, I'm just going to tie them together. Do it twice. After you've tied it, just stuff it into the back of the bee, like that. And then with the yarn tail of the bee body, we're going to close this hole. So to close the hole, there are 6 single crochet here. So you're going to go through the front loop of every one, and we're going to cinch it closed. So the front loop of that single crochet, and the next one, and the next one. So that's 3, 4, 5, and then that's 6. And then we're just going to pull this and cinch the hole closed. And there you go, no more hole. So then you just weave in the ends. And then pull it out through where your wingtails are, making sure that it is out through the same hole. Now we're going to tie these 3 ends together. Then snip the yarn and push in these last tails. Get any extra fuzzies off. And that is the finished little bee. You can add this to a keychain. You can just have him as a cute little toy. But yeah, he is just the cutest. If you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, please let me know. Please like and subscribe, and let me know of any other tutorials that you would like to see. And thank you. Bye.